There was a time when data preparation for everything from simple reporting to complex predictive algorithms was an expensive, labor-intensive mess. Today, I'm going to show you how to prep your data with nothing more than Excel functionality that comes straight out of the box. I'll link to the data I'm using from Maven Analytics in the description of the video. We're going to start by importing all of these different CSV files. The core of our data are order details that being shipped by a fictional company called Northwind Traders. They've supplied us with orders data, but this data on its own is not informative. For example, we can see product ID, but we don't know the customer name. We can see the number of units and the price, but there are no sales figures. To form a more informative picture, we need to supplement these order details with information from the other files as well as calculations that can then be used downstream in subsequent processes. Our first step is to add a new source of data and import each of the CSV files into Power Query. We repeat this step for as many tables as we need to form our complete picture. In the interest of time, let me jump ahead. At this point, we have all the different data sources we need. Now it's time to start merging them together using the Merge Queries feature. The Orders query will serve as our base data. To add in details from a different query, we simply need to select the query we want to merge with this one and select the common field shared between the two. Because Orders is our base query, we use a left outer join, which means we will keep all records from the first query and only take the ones that match from the second. Notice how Power Query will tell you how many records have a match. Now we need to tell Power Query which fields we want to include in our newly merged base table. In this case, we don't need a duplicated order ID, so we just uncheck the box for that field and move on. Now we just repeat this for each of the other queries. Great. Now we're ready to close Power Query and load our data directly into our spreadsheet. Notice how Power Query loads each of our CSV queries into their own sheet. We don't need to see all these tables. We really only care about our merged super table, so we can simply delete the tabs we don't care about and rename our core data tab. Deleting these tabs does not delete the data being loaded and merged behind the scenes. It simply doesn't load that data to its own sheet, which is good because we can keep our workbook nice and clean without losing any necessary data. Next, I'm going to use some custom macros to help me with formatting and overall file control. I won't walk through those here, but feel free to leave a comment if you'd like a copy of them. They're nothing special. And that's it. We've prepped our data. Now, what do we use it to do? If you want to see what comes next, take a look at this video on feature engineering. We eventually take this data and use it to build predictive algorithms directly into Excel. Don't forget to smash those like and subscribe buttons, and if you did like this video, you'll love my Substack, The Ref Report. There is a link in the description for that too.